It's with great pleasure that I welcome all members to the BC Regional Council 2025 here in the beautiful Harrison Hot Springs. We started off in 2025 BC Regional Council with a fantastic presentation from Laura Grizzly Paws. It was an honor to witness Laura and her daughter, who was doing her first performance. Amazing storytelling that we heard from Laura. It's great to see and to hear all of the amazing things that the standing committees have done throughout the year, and I'm really looking forward to next year. We have a newly elected BCRC executive, standing committees, and with the guidance of our Western Regional Director, Gavin, and our national leadership team, I know that we've got this.
The message for this BC Council is that we're in the fight of our lives, that all of the industries in Canada are being attacked by Donald Trump and his trade war, by China and their retaliatory tariffs. And the message we were trying to get across to everyone is that we're in this together. It can't be one industry or another. It can't be forestry or auto. It can't be canola or energy. It has to be all of the industries together. And so we're really drawing the links for everyone as to what's at stake here, how the tariffs are affecting all industries, and how ultimately we can't give in to a bully.
We cannot allow Trump to pit province against province, worker against worker, sector against sector, because that will be a losing proposition. So each day we must wake up as a trade unionist, wake up as a member of this union, as a leader in this union, and we continue to fight.
When you hear grassroots stories, when rank and file members tell you exactly how it affects themselves and their families, there's nothing that drives a unionist more than knowing that there's a bigger fight ahead, and we're going to keep on this fight until the end.
But standing here in a room and looking out and seeing so many people and knowing every single one of them would stand beside you in a fight, it's emotional, it's very fulfilling, and it definitely means that when I go home, I don't feel alone, I don't feel like I'm tackling this massive mountain. I am supported by a family of siblings who are ready to stand with me, and it just gives you that extra surge to keep going and to get the work done.
We have a lot of good paying jobs that are being lost. I think the research is that we'll be losing pulp mills in our region.
We've been talking about issues with softwood and forestry in this province for decades. It's slowly eroded away. We're at a critical point right now that if we don't have immediate injection and help from the feds and the provincial governments into this sector, it is going to be gone.
We're hearing devastating stories about the uncertainty in forestry and how people are worried about mills that are closing. And we're really hearing in many different areas, whether it's newsprint or advertising, that really there's just been such a slowdown and it's affecting workers in every industry. We've also seen really bad procurement decisions be made in British Columbia, such as building BC ferries overseas, and at TransLink in the Lower Mainland, ordering buses from Poland instead of focusing on our New Flyer or Nova bus facilities right here in Canada. We need procurement policies that reward those who build it here. We need to build it here, we need to build it union, and we need to build it Canadian.
We will work together to ensure that forestry continues to be a vibrant and sustainable industry in this province.
The gravity of this is certainly not lost on our government. I think it's not lost on our counterparts across the country and on the federal government. And so we're working very hard with our counterparts, with the federal government, to ensure that we have the supports and the protections that we need for all of the industries that are impacted by this trade war.
Yeah, to be successful, the solidarity we have amongst each other. We have 320,000 members Canada-wide, and when we stand together, we stand strong. And if BC's supporting Ontario or Manitoba, Saskatchewan, whatever it may be, we will be there, and we'll be there in force to protect our jobs and our Canadian workforce.
Well, at this meeting, we're getting people educated on the different forms of tariffs, on the ridiculous ideas that are being put forward by the U.S. administration as justification for these tariffs. We're talking about how we can build worker co-ops. We're talking about how we can bargain stronger contracts and make sure that our members are protected from health and safety, and make sure that we're also pushing WorkSafe BC to do better. So there's a lot on the table here, but it all is connected to our quest for good jobs, good, strong Canadian jobs, good union jobs, and all of the different ways that we can do that with our membership.
We have shown British Columbia and this entire country what happens when working people can stand together, shoulder to shoulder. So let's keep showing up for each other. Let's keep organizing. Let's keep fighting the way we know how, together. Because the question is not if we will win. The question is just when we win.
When I think about BC organizing, a couple things come to mind, but one of the main things is courage. That's exemplified by some of the Amazon workers that are here with us today, but it's exemplified by any worker who signs a union card.
Everything we do in the union is about teamwork. It's about making sure that it's not just one person, it's about all of us together. So we're out there doing the work every day, but when I get together at BC Council, I get to hear amazing stories like Amazon workers who are just organized and looking forward to their first collective agreement and all of their struggles.
To rank and file members from every workplace, it's be involved. Make sure that you're involved in your union. You are educated on the core issues of not only your own sector, but other sectors around that could affect your communities.
I work in aviation, so I'm not part of the main industries that are facing the fight of their lives right now, forestry, mining, the automakers. We, in the airline industry, have the trickle-down effect. People are not flying as much as they used to, so if the other sectors are struggling, it's only a matter of time before we're going to face that struggle, and we're going into bargaining next year, so it's a fight for us as well.
A stronger Canada starts with the Canadian workers. Every sector has its different issues that come from these tariffs, but in reality we're all part of the same ecosystem. You know, if forestry is having difficulties, it will affect media who's unable to work with them. There's so many overlapping issues. We have an opportunity. We've had a very reliant relationship with the United States, and this is a huge opportunity to come out of this so much better.
We need to keep building together, from transit to Amazon, from forestry to media, from elections to power. We fought, we built, we led. We proved that this union is not simply a spectator in the economy. We are a participant, a partner, and when necessary, a force of correction. So let's carry that forward. Let's defend every job, organize every shop, defend every industry, and raise every standard. Our message to government and boardrooms are simple. Fighting back makes a difference, and remember, to protect Canadian jobs, we need to build it here, build it union, build it Canadian, and protect Canadian jobs. Thank you very much, everyone. Solidarity.
Canadian jobs! Protect 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 Canadian jobs!